Google kicked off I/O 2022 with a bunch of announcements, and it was a good one. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. Google's I/O 2022 started today, and it was an event that was full of announcements when it comes to new products and advancements that they're doing within their software world. But this video is primarily going to focus on the announcements of products that they made. In a way, they kind of have let us know the products that are just about to release right now in the summertime, around July, August. Products that are going to be coming out in the fall, so let's call those near future. And then future away products that might launch sometime next year, if at all. The first product that was announced by Google was or is the Google Pixel 6a. Google is continuing this trend of having three different lines of devices. In this case, the Pixel 6 Pro being the top of the line Pixel. Then we have the Pixel 6, which technically is the middle of the line Pixel. And now the Pixel 6a being the lower tier, cheaper device in the Pixel 6 line. The Pixel 6a will retain the current Tensor chip that we can find on the Pixel 6 Pro and Pixel 6. But the Pixel 6a is going to have lower specs than the current devices. For example, the camera. The camera is going to be the same sensor as we find on the Pixel 5a. It is going to still retain a standard and ultra wide lens. The battery is going to go down to 4400 milliamp hour battery. It's going to support 18 watts charging. Another difference is the device is going to use Gorilla Glass 3 instead of Gorilla Glass Victus. That's another downgrade on the device. The Pixel 6a is only going to come in one variant, and that's going to be at 128 gigabyte storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM. It is going to be IP67 water resistant. It will include an in-display fingerprint sensor like the other Pixel 6 devices. Other ways that this device is going to be different to the other two Pixels is that the display is only going to be 6.1 inches, it's going to be 60 Hz, and it's only going to be 1080p. Another change that we see on the device is the design. As you can see on the back of the device, we still have that banding where the cameras are sitting. But in this case, they are kind of pill-shaped in the back, and it has two lenses. It doesn't seem like it's going to support wireless charging because there hasn't been any mention of it. And my assumption is that it is going to follow that trend. For example, that previous Android A phones, Series A phones, did not support wireless charging. And so it will make sense that the Pixel 6a will follow that trend. The device will support Magic Eraser and True Tone and other features that come within the Google Android software. So you won't be missing out on that. The other thing that the device is going to support is 5G and up to 5 years of Android security updates. The device is available for pre-order on July 21st and is going to cost $449. Another product that they announced that is going to be releasing within the summertime is the Google Pixel Buds Pro. So this is going to be the next generation Google Pixel Buds that are going to be released. Right now available, you have that Pixel Buds A, which don't have a lot of features. They're pretty simple standard earbuds, Bluetooth wireless earbuds. The Buds Pro are going to include a bunch of features that one expects from a premium device. This is going to cost about $200 and is going to be available for pre-order as well in July 21st. The device is going to support active noise canceling, but Google says that they're going to make their active noise canceling a little different than other companies because of the way that earbuds fit in your ears. You might not get a super tight seal because everyone's ears are different. What they're saying is that they are developing or they have developed a new technology that they're calling silent seal. And what that's going to do is it's going to measure the pressure in your ear canal in order to create active noise canceling depending on your ear and the noise outside. And then this also is going to make it so you don't feel tightness in your ears when you're wearing the earbuds. They're going to include transparency mode. And of course, Google is saying that this transparency mode or their transparency mode is going to be different than other transparency modes, meaning that you'll be able to hear things around you as if you don't have anything in your ears. Transparency mode uses the microphones in the headphones and it kind of filters the noise in your surroundings through that into your ears, which in the review that I did of the Jabra earbuds, I said you can hear a bunch of different noises kind of mixing into what you're trying to hear. So Google says that their transparency mode is going to make it more natural so you don't have those issues. I guess we'll have to see when those are released. Some other features that you can expect from the coming Pixel Buds Pro is high quality microphones, access to Google Assistant, real-time translation, multi-point connectivity. Multi-point connectivity is pretty cool. It means that you can actually connect this to different devices. You can connect it to a Google device, you can connect it to a computer, and it's going to work with iOS devices as well. So if you're not a fan of AirPods, you can get this and they will work with your Apple phone. Later this year, we can expect spatial sound support. They are not going to support spatial sound from the beginning. They say it's an update that is going to come later this year. The Pixel Buds Pro are expected to be IPX4 water resistant, and the case is going to be IPX2 water resistant, and of course is going to support wireless charging. Something else that we can look forward to in the summertime is the release of Android 13. They didn't say much about it. Right now, Android 13 is in beta, so if you want to get the beta and test it out, you can do that. But Android 13 will technically be officially released sometime between July and August. Now let's move on to the products that are going to be available in the near future. And this is something that I feel that Google did in order to appease all the leaks, since Google clearly historically has been very, very bad at keeping things hidden. We have leaks of pretty much everything that we've seen at this event for at least 3 to 6 months, including the Pixel 6a. They announced the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro, which also leaked about a couple of months ago. Now, we don't have a lot of information on it because it was a pre-announcement kind of thing, letting us know that the Pixel 7 is going to come out in the fall. And some of the changes that we can see right away has to do with design. So it looks like they're moving into that pill-shaped design when it comes to the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. We also see that the back of the device is going to maintain that band with the cameras. It also looks like it's going to have a aluminum band instead of having a glass band as the Pixel 6 devices, including the Pixel 6a. They said that it's going to have the newest Tensor chip. So whatever the new Tensor chip is going to be coming out is going to be included on this device. The devices are expected to be all glass designs. And also, it seems like the back of the device is going to have the texture glass that previous phones had in the past. So it's going to be a little different when it comes to the design of the new Pixel 7 versus the old design of the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. It's expected to also ship with Android 13. Another thing that we can look forward to in the fall is the Pixel Watch. The Pixel Watch, as we know, was forgotten at a restaurant by someone, and the device pretty much leaked all over the internet. I did a video on that. If you want to take a look at it, it'll be in the description section. But they have finally given us some more information on what the Pixel Watch is going to look like and what it is that is going to do. The watch, of course, is the dome circular design that we have seen from, again, the device that was left behind. It is going to be a glass and stainless steel device. It is going to support the newest Wear OS software. It is also going to support the announced new Google Wallet, which of course is going to allow you to store your credit cards, any rewards cards, your ID, passport, boarding pass, things of that nature. Google announced that they're actually working with the government in order to allow you to put in your driver's license into this new Google Wallet to make it so you don't have to carry around a wallet. So you can have it on your phone or in the upcoming Google or Pixel Watch. One of the things that this is going to allow you to do, of course, is tap to pay wherever Google Wallet is available or supported. Of course, we don't know much about the device because they, kind of gave us a little tease. And I think one of the reasons is because of the huge leak of the device. Of course, the hope is that the device will have a nice, bright display, especially if this is going to be the only model of the device. I mean, the expectation is that it's going to have LTE connectivity and as well as, Wi-Fi connectivity. If they do want to make it something that is going to be the Google Watch to go to, to beat per se, then my assumption is that they're going to have it packed to the gills with sensors and features that you won't be able to find in other places. For example, one thing that they did say is that Fitbit is only going to be available on the Pixel Watch. So there's your exclusive software that no other Android watch or Wear OS watch is going to have. Now let's move on to the future of things. What they announced that we can expect sometime next year or maybe not at all. One of those things is the Pixel tablet. And that is something that I've talked about before, that I said that I expected or hoped that Google will actually do, especially when we started seeing those Android 12L screens. And the reason is because, as we know right now, Apple is the company to beat when it comes to not only smartwatches, but also tablets. Google does not have a tablet line anymore. They haven't had it for a while. And so the fact that they announced that the Pixel tablet will come out at some point, they said hopefully in 2023, is a good sign of Google kind to steer their ship again into being serious about hardware. Now, granted, this Pixel tablet doesn't look that pretty. As you can see, it has gigantic bezels. Hopefully, this is just a prototype or idea of what it's going to look like, and they make those bezels a little thinner because it makes the design of the device kind of looks dated. And as you can see, they only gave us some glimpses of what it might look like once it comes out, but there wasn't much information. And finally, within this in the future category that might happen or might not happen kind of thing, it's a pair of AR glasses that Google showed off in a video talking about translation, right? Being able to communicate to people in different language. What they're showing is a pair of AR glasses that allows you to see the translation in the glasses. And they're talking to each other, and they're using these glasses to actually look at each other and talk to each other while having a translation happening on the lenses, where it makes a conversation more natural because you're able to look at the person in the face that you're talking to and being able to read the what they're saying, the response, and have this back and forth while looking at each other. But another feature that they showed also is that it could work for people who are deaf. And when you speak to them, if they're wearing these glasses, they will be able to read what it is that you're saying to them, making it easier for them to communicate as well. So it is a pretty cool use of AR glasses that I hadn't really seen or thought of before. I do appreciate from them is seeing that they are not very good at keeping things secret and letting us know, like, hey, look, we know that this is going to leak at some point. We know that you're interested in our products, which is a good thing. Let us show you what we're working on. Let us tell you before the leaks come out that yes, this is in the horizon. I do like the new design of the rounded lenses or pill-shaped lenses that they have on the upcoming devices. I think It makes it easier to distinguish between the cameras, which is something that is kind of hard to do on the current Pixel devices. So I like that distinction. And I think it also gives the device a different look. It's not as an abrupt, band where the cameras are. It looks like it's a more defined design. The bump also doesn't look as big as it did in the current devices, so that will be a welcome change. And again, that little band where the cameras are, it also looks like it's more of a part of a design language than something that was slapped on top, as sometimes the edges of the current Pixel camera band look like. I'm again not so happy with the design of the upcoming Google Watch. Kind of looks a little too simple for my liking. Again, based on the leaks that we saw, it looks like it's going to have a lot of bezel on the screen, so you're not going to have as much screen real estate as we otherwise would like. But of course, we need to wait for that to be shown officially and see if those bezels are still there. And finally, that Pixel buds. I'm not a huge fan of the design. I feel like they stick a little too much out of the ear, like they're, they look pretty big compared to, for example, the Jabras that I did the review on, that look more hidden. They look more flush to your ears, so they're not sticking out and they're like, obvious to people that you're wearing these things in your ears. But of course, that's just personal taste. How do you feel about the upcoming Pixel 6a? Were you expecting something like this? Are you a little disappointed on what they're going to be offering on this device? What about the Pixel 7? The Pixel 7 was technically announced. Do you like the new design? And what about the Pixel Buds Pro? Are you looking forward to these devices? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.